Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Let your whole body weight go down and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say So Patveva, or may I be well and happy. And at the same time, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this evening to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing your bodily sensation and inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, step by step, we're going to relax our body. Remember, every inhalation and exhalation, take deeply, gently and slowly. So when you inhale, inhale through nose, exhale, exhale through mouth. In between this inhalation, exhalation, keep a little gap. Bring your attention to your right arm. And slowly, deeply and gently breathing to your right arm. Bring all the air to your right arm. Visualize yourself. Hold it. And breathe out. Focus your mind to left arm. Slowly, deeply and gently breathing to your left arm. Hold it. And breathe out. Your back and spine. Deeply, gently, slowly breathing. Hold it. Breathe out. Your abdominal area. Slowly, gently, deeply breathing. Hold it. Breathe out. Your chest. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing to your chest. Hold it. Breathe out. Your right leg. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing to your right leg. Hold it. Breathe out. To your left leg. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing to your left leg. Hold it. Breathe out. Your neck and head. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Hold it. Breathe out. Okay, now breathing to your whole body. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing to your whole body. Hold it. Breathe out. Again, slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Hold it. Breathe out. Again, slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Hold it. Breathe out. So now take a deep breath to your whole body and hold it as long as you can. Okay, deeply breathing. Breathing to your lower belly area under your navel point, 2 inches below your navel point. Keep it there. Deeply breathing and hold it. And breathe out slowly. Let your body to settle down itself and scan head to toes your body. And observe the bodily sensation and take a mental note yourself. Whatever the sensation that you can recognize anywhere in your body, just make a note yourself. It doesn't matter pain or pleasure, good feeling or any kind of uncomfortable feelings. Just observe and recognize. Heat, tightness, any itchiness, pain. Just take a mental note, just recognize yourself. Don't try to change anything, don't try to think over it. Again, observe head to toes and separate that all sensations and recognize major 3 points wherever in your body. Separate and recognize the strong sensations, strong pain or the feelings. Get the most sensual place and observe yourself and recognize and see how it arises. What is the nature, how it behaves. It's like watching a river, watching the ocean. You just observe and trying to experience it without go with it or without trying to change it. Again, bring attention to head to toes. Observe your body. Get the second place out of that three places. If it is no longer, find another place and observe. Very nature of the sensation, very nature of the pain. Observe head to toes. Get into the third place. If it is no longer with you, just get to another place, whatever available. The most painful, strongest sensation, and observe it. And see very clearly what it is, how you can recognize it as pain or the pleasure, from where it arises, what is the very nature of it. Is it a reflection of your mind? If you don't take it as a pain or pleasure, what will happen to it? Bring your attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area and observe the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. Just observe the rising and falling. Deeply that wherever, whatever the sensation you recognize. The sensation itself has the same kind of behavior. It becomes different according to the point of view. Just be clear with yourself. So wherever you recognize the sensation, doesn't matter good or bad or neutral feelings, the itself, the sensation carry the same behavior. Even you observe your inhalation, exhalation, it is a pleasant sensation. The sensation itself the same. But how it become pleasant? That according to the point of view, according to the subject, condition of the subject. So learn to observe the observer. Very nature of the observer, behavior of the observer can affect for your result or your recognition. There is no such a thing called inhalation, exhalation. That everything arise, exist, and is disappearing in that very moment. That moment of experience is your life. Releasing that all other unnecessary thought, can you get into one thought with the present moment of experience? Bring attention to your body. Experience this moment. This is your life. You are so fortunate to experience this. You are so lucky, you are so blessed. Just appreciate yourself and pay your gratitude. You have a moment to sit like this and observe yourself. This is the highest practice that as a human being you can develop. You put some value on you, and at the same time you have a place to sit. You have a place to sleep. You have a roof on above your head. You have people around you. You have a family. You have a husband, wife, children, brothers, sisters, friends, neighbors. You have animals. You have trees. You have a moment to breathing. This everything is the blessing. So appreciate yourself. Pay your gratitude. Be humble, because there are a lot of people don't have what you have. There are a lot of people miss this moment. There are some people struggling with life, struggling with death, have fear, anxiety, depression, go through helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. So have a thought to yourself to share this your moment, this heart. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the balance, harmony, tranquility state within themselves. Not only them, share this moment with your beloved parents, your dear near ones, your beloved husband, wives, children, brothers, sisters, friends, and family members, all relatives, your neighbors, village people, city, state, country, world, all living beings in this universe. Not only that, as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any judgment, or without any resistance. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, today I want to start with the idea that we always talk about this illusion, and most of time uh, there are a lot of people say this: we are living in an illusion. There is nothing. So remember this: if there is in a surface level, if there is nothing, that there is nothing to understand. In the surface level, as an ordinary life, if we don't experience anything, it cannot go as a sansara. So then we have to be very clear with this, the word, the illusion. What is the illusion mean? In the surface level, in the first level, the illusion means not nothingness. The illusion means there is something. This you have a body, and you have these outside things. That things arise that according to heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness, and according to the necessary conditions. But when that things arise, we recognize it in a wrong way. So then that recognition itself a illusion. So be very clear. In the surface level, what is the illusion mean? When it come to right view, why? Because how that things become wrong view. That means there is something, there is object to recognize as a subject you are. So, but you don't recognize the object exactly as it is. You recognize it in a different way. So then, as example, this is a pen. So this marker. So then, when you see this, and you recognize it in a different way. So that recognition is an illusion. So like that, how that we go to from reality to illusion. That is what we have to break down. Because once it break down, you can get into one point. So when you see something, that the condition of your mind has power to change whatever the perception. But the thing is, we more focus to the object with the condition of the mind without knowingly that condition can change the outside. And so whatever you recognize inside you, and once it mix with your mental condition, and itself, you're not going to that things as it is. So that's why in the first level, to recognize how things come to be as they are, in the first level, you have to recognize things as it is. So in day-to-day life, we not recognizing things as it is. And that is why we cannot understand how that things come to be as they are. So we always, and sometimes that we always follow certain ideas, concept, and sometimes we used to believe And sometimes we are in the mental habit. In a one way, this life itself is full of habit. Your sansara means a habit. You're repeating all the bodily, verbally, or mentally action again and again and again. Look at one day, look at 1 hour, and expand to 1 day, and expand to 1 week, expand to 1 month, and you will see that what you keep doing today, it's a repetition of the whole this last month. The sansara means what? This repetition. So then the sansara is not something, it's that you have to think that it is going to happen in a different way. No, it is itself that you are itself sansara. So then what we have to do? When you observe something, even it doesn't matter pain or pleasure or neutral, when you observe anything or when you hear something, when the perception comes, you have to recognize the very condition of the mind. And according to that, if you able to, once you recognize the condition of the mind, and sometimes with that understanding, you recognize the whatever the outside perception, and then you know your condition of the mind. And as example, you got disturbed. With that disturbed mind, somebody say something. So in that very moment, you recognize that you are disturbed already. Not because that person, because of something else. So that understanding will help you to not to have a communication with the other person. So when other person going to tell you something and you say, please, let's talk later, because this is not the time. I cannot this time I cannot focus to this. So like that, you can just disconnect that. But with that disturb sometimes, in day-to-day life, what is happening, we start to accept the all the perception with the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and then itself inside the recognition going to become something else. That is an illusion. Otherwise, this is not the nothingness illusion, because there is a light. This is a pen. There is a light, and there is a human being in front of you. How you can say this is nothing? There are people used to believe like that way. Oh, there is nothing. This everything, heat, motion, liquidity, and hardness, and one day it will disappear. So it is very dangerous. Why? Because then you don't care anything. You don't care about your behavior. But you have to remember there is something. But the point is, challenge is, can you understand that things as it is? If you able to recognize that, so that is come when you come to the samadhi, tranquility state, without your previous habitual pattern, you able to recognize whatever come to you or whatever around you. And then when you go to the, in that level, it is in the samadhi, tranquility state. But when you go deeper level of to the vipassana, in the vipassana level, you can recognize how things come to be as they are. That is where you going to understand another nothingness. But that nothingness is become very clear when you separate the parts that you recognizing, then cause and effect. Then once you recognizing cause and effect, you know there is a cause, there is an effect. But when these things come together, it's happened. If it is not come together, it's not going to happen. That is where you become more conscious not to bring that unnecessary things together, because you know if it is come like that way, it's going to create something else. But the thing is the very nature of the mind. Once it come to patterns, once it become a habit, it start to go with. So the one mistake what we does most of time mentally, or physically, we repeat. So whatever the repetition of your thought create a habit. So if you able to not to repeat your thoughts, you're not going to repeat your actions. When you're not going to repeat your actions, there is no, you can repeat the karma. When you, how the karma come and how the karma come with you in the sansaric journey, the very deeper relationship to the karma, how the karma going to, you have done 1,000 years back, you have done something, and how that karma can come and catch you today. It doesn't matter good or bad, because there is something you keep repeat. While you keep repeating with your bodily, verbally, or mentally action, in deeper level of with your mental formations, even just as thoughts, and then it going to come. When there is no repetition, remember, there is no way that the karma, there are certain karmas, there are certain karma, but the thing is, it never going to be permanent. That yourself, you have to understand, always you have an opportunity, but that opportunity, you have to remember, you have to get the authority to yourself, authority to that, the moment that you go through. So if you able to get that, and that way you start to develop a life. But today what is happening, little by little, that we are more into that this third person opinion, third person view. Third person view means we mostly recognize things with the help of something. That is what with the science and technology, the most of time people used to do, and even in the ordinary life. So as example, that you say you are not happy, and then another person say, no, I cannot believe that. So then what you do, you put a machine to your head, and then through the machine you recognize, and then other person believe, oh, you are not happy. So like that, today if you go to a doctor, even yourself, when you feel that disease, you cannot recognize, you cannot understand what it is, but it is in your body, it is your consciousness, you have that. But sometimes even the little pain, you cannot locate properly. See, that first person view understanding lose already, even regarding your sensation, your feelings, your thoughts, like that. Even something when it come to your mind, sometimes you ask, I have this kind of thoughts, what do you think about it? How possible? Why you get another person opinion regarding your thoughts? So because another person cannot give opinion like that, that see that in the beginning itself it is going that the wrong way. So then this first person view is when you get the authority to yourself. So the first person view, it's a there is a scientifically nowadays in the modern psychology, they study this phenomenology. So first person view understanding, you are recognizing yourself from as main subject rather than getting a third person view opinion. So when you go to doctor, you don't believe, and when the doctor say, then you start to accept it and believe it. And you go to a machine, when the machine say that, you start to get in that. So there are people, when you have the communication, they don't believe that. They go to court, and then when the judge give the decision, they accept it. So people addicted to this third person view opinion. It that is how it is, because that is how the people hold the society. But what the Buddha said, it is you. So observe yourself, get the authority, the responsibility to you, ability to respond to your own thoughts. So that ability is the very first responsibility then you have to do, recognition. So recognize your thoughts. It doesn't matter. Don't try to be nice. That is one of the mistake we do in the world. We try to act like nice. We like to behave like nice. No, in the basic level, recognize it doesn't matter, because we all are coming from this samsara journey. We accumulate a lot of dust in this journey, and we have a lot of dirt inside us. But if you trying to act what is happening in that very level, you just cover the table with the tablecloth. You cover that origin, and you just start to become somebody else. But if you start to recognize and you become more humble and honest to yourself and accept that whatever arises, that recognition, one thought recognition itself, change your entire sansaric journey. So that is the turning point. Remember that, rather than just going with something, and be honest to yourself and recognize what is happening clearly inside you. So that is what as a first person view, and taking responsibility to you, ability to respond to your own thoughts, and taking the responsibility regarding your own actions. And that is where you really become a human. You really become a man. That is where you start this your spiritual journey. That is where, and later slowly, once you recognize this, you don't make mistakes. And that is where you recognizing it is you. So that understanding slowly, step by step, take us. But the thing is, we are in a huge current. So we cannot get out of it. So that's why you have to every day that practice again and again and again and again. So there was a very old woman in a village market selling something, and see what she telling. Oh, use the come buy this. If you use this, no thieves come to your house, and not dog going to bite you, and you're not going to get old. So please buy this. Come buy this. And everybody start to look, what is this? No thieves going to come, and no dogs going to bite, and you're not going to get old. Oh, that is a miracle, medicine. And then one person went close to this old lady and asked, what is this miracle that you selling? That is, it's so good, because no thieves and especially no dogs going to bite, and not going to get old. What is this? And she told, this is tobacco. And the person asked, how this is possible? Using tobacco, how you can get this miracle? No, once you start to get tobacco, then that what is happening, it affects for your lungs, and then you start to cough. And then at night, middle of the night, when you cough, then no thieves going to come, because then they know somebody, wake up. And other thing is, then you get sick little by little, then you can walk yourself, then you need a stick to walk. And when you walk with the stick, and the no dog's going to come. And then other thing is, you're going to die very soon, and you're not going to get old. So our mind also like that. Because we just observe the outside, and we don't go inside and see how this is, that things going to happen like this. In day-to-day life, with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, we experience this everything. And this all the sadness, worry, unhappiness, struggle, that everything come in the same way. If you look at your life, how many years because you suffer because of the same thing. Why? Because in the outside surface, you get into this magic words and thinking like that way. But you deeply, you don't recognize that what is the deeper inside. So, and this disturbance mind and itself, whatever that you accumulate with your eye, your nose, tongue, body, mind, it itself create another disturb. It go with another disturb, another disturb, another disturb. That is why this itself become a chaos. That is itself become a samsara, and that is become the habit again and again and again. So how you can come out of this? So remember, you have to accept the life as real. And don't take it as an illusion in the surface level. Take it as a real, and you have to act as a real person. You are the fully responsible. And then, and with that responsibilities, and start to behave well. And don't repeat your action again and again and again. If there is something good in the beginning, start to develop that good action. But as you know, when you are come to the end of the journey, and there is no good or bad, you neutralize everything. But in the first level, you have responsibility to neutralize all the negative, the activities that you keep doing into your mind. So for that, you have to be very careful. Why? Because once you know that, because this is the thing, we try so hard. When you sit for meditation, I give a technique. Remember, when you sit for meditation, that you think it should be calm, relaxed, quiet, peaceful, and then all the noise going to disturb you, all the pain going to disturb you. Why? Because before you sit, you have an idea it should be comfortable. No, take it as it is. When there is a sound come, if there is a child at home, if somebody doing something, if somebody watching TV, and they no need to shut down that everything, because you practice meditation. Meditation doesn't mean you go to silence. Meditation means that itself you go to recognize it, that very moment itself. So otherwise that itself that start to develop, then it's like you believing that the tobacco can bring the miracles and you use it, but you don't see inside the what is happening. And there was in Tibet, there is a very nice, the story. In Tibet, there was a very great spiritual master called Milarepa. You know that, Milarepa. And he was a murderer when he was young. And then he became a monk and practiced meditation, attained to enlightenment. So one day, when he was living in the high mountain area, the people used to believe that he's a spiritual master, he attained to the enlightenment. So then the one village person came to meet him and asked, Venerable Sir, please give me the secret, how I can attain to enlightenment. Then the Milarepa told, I don't have any secret like that. There is nothing to give. So this person say, no, you have something, please give. The Milarepa told, no, I don't have anything. But the person didn't give up. And he told, you have it, you have to give it to me. If you don't give, I'm going to sit here in front of your ashram and I'm not going to leave. So then this Milarepa got disturbed because of this. And then what he told, end of the day, finally told, okay, I'm going to give you the secret. I'm going to give you the mantra to attain to this enlightenment. And with the one condition, So what is the mantra? And repeat Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Then the condition is don't think about monkeys. So the person told, oh, I never see monkeys in my life. Don't worry about it. I can do this. And then the person start the go back and thinking, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Now he think, and the behind and the voice come. Don't think about the monkey. Don't think about the monkey. Now what is happened? When he think about the Namo Buddhaya, and the other side the monkey start to come. And then he start to get disturbed himself. And he thought, how this monkey, from where this monkey come to my head? Because I never thought about monkeys, but now the monkey is going to be in my head always. And then he passing the city and he start to see monkeys everywhere. And then he went home. And he thought, I get a bath and then these things go away. Now I'm going to be okay. And he went to bath, and then while bathing, he started to shout, monkey, monkey. The wife came and asked, are you crazy? What is happening to you? Then he told, there are monkeys. The wife told, where are monkeys? You are in the bathroom. Then he thought, oh, I go and pray. Then after that, this is going to go away. And then he started to pray. And while he praying, he start to see all these monkeys. And he thought, well, I want to go to sleep. And then he went to sleep. And at night, the whole night, he start to dream monkeys, monkeys, monkeys. So this is what happening. That's why in the real life, in the real way, when it come to the point, remember, in a deeper level, there's nothing to meditate. There's nothing to let go. So that's what you have to understand. But if you try to do this, it itself there is something. Why there's nothing to let go? Because when you are able to recognize the present moment, in that very present moment, only one thought can exist. In that one thought exists in that very moment, there is no past or future. But we addicted to think. And when we sit for meditation, that all behavior patterns, habitual pattern comes. The enlightened means you completely release this habitual pattern inside your mind. Mental formations, another way it calls sanskara. That is what take us in the samsara. That is what make us who we are like this. So when you sit for meditation, don't put condition. It should be like this, that. No. If you want to focus to the breathing, go to the breathing. If you want to focus to the sensation, go to the sensation. So like that, make a direct perception to the point. And that way you will see, when the day comes for you, without a gap, if you are able to get into the direct perception, in that very moment, in that recognition, you complete. There is no monkeys in your mind. So remember that, and don't condition yourself, and try to be like the water. And there is no form, and there is no structure, and there is no condition. And in day-to-day life, as a person, and try yourself as a husband, wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, and in your family. And regarding others, don't have a view, and break it down, release yourself, and refresh yourself, and regenerate, refine yourself, because you already have that. And refine yourself, get out of the view, and without that view, without your past experience or past habit, and start to observe, recognize with the clear understanding in that very moment, and recognize things as it is. That is in the samadhi. And from the next level, you will recognize how things come to be as they are in the vipassana level. So with that, I bless upon everyone. By the power of this good practice, may all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. So during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. So, bless you. So